So I want to talk to you today about wrist hinge. Wrist hinge is something that we need to talk about. It's very important. And it's going to vary. Your wrist hinge is going to vary depending on the club you have. If the longer the shaft, you're going to have more wrist hinge. But let me tell you something that's key. Your wrist hinge is a cause and effect situation from having a good grip assembly. That's where it comes from. If you have a good grip assembly that allows the hands to work freely, then centrifugal force and the weight of the club is going to automatically set the club at the top, and it's going to automatically release the club through impact. So when you want to work on your wrist hinge, don't force it. It's not nothing that you have to force. There is some drills you can work on. I'll give you one drill that has stood the test of time. You put a T in the bottom of the grip, okay? And then you just take nice little swings, and then you just point that T back down the target line. All right, that's a nice drill you can do. And just get accustomed to making sure that T sticking in the end is pointed toward the target line. That's a nice drill you can do, okay? Top of the drill, top of the swing drill. All right, but always remember that wrist hinge is a cause and effect situation, and depending on the level of grip you have, a weak grip has the potential to have more wrist hinge. A strong grip is not going to have as much wrist hinge just because the way the club is on the ball, the hands is on the club. So when you work on wrist hinge, make sure you have a good grip assembly. Make sure you're not strangling the grip where it's a 10 level and it's allowing the implement to work properly. So again, a good wrist hinge is a cause and effect situation, and it comes from you having a good grip assembly at setup. The weight of the club and the length of the shaft is going to directly determine how much wrist hinge you have at the top. Hey, take this to the practice team and take it to the course. Keep grinding. Right, so remember what I'm talking about when we're talking about wrist hinge. Wrist hinge is directly related to the length of the shaft, the weight of the club, but more important than all of that is your grip assembly at address. If you have a good grip assembly that allows the club to work the way it was meant to work, intended to work, and then actually your wrist will hinge naturally. You don't have to worry about it at all. It's just one of those things that happens. It's 100% cause and effect. Just go out there and enjoy it. And again, remember the tip I gave you. If you want to work on it, you can work on it. Just go hit balls, put a T in the bottom of the grip, and then just take nice little practice swings, making sure that you're pointing that T back down the target line. That will start to become extremely comfortable to you, and it's going to give you a good position at the top. Okay? Take care, folks. Nice little shot in here, but keep grinding. Take these tips to the golf course. Take them to the practice tee. Most of all, keep grinding. Take care. See the different wrist hinge with a longer shaft and a heavier club? Keep grinding. Okay, we got 5-iron now. So you saw the driver with the wrist hinge went parallel. You saw the wedge, I was probably like here. And now 5-iron, it's going to be a different wrist hinge depending on the length of the shaft and the weight of the club. There's only a few players out there to take all clubs parallel. Only a few, because it takes tremendous rhythm, tempo, and timing. When you look at Tiger Woods and Ernie and JT and all these guys right there, Brooks Koepka, all these guys, look at the difference in the wrist hinge depending on the club they're hitting, and it's based specifically on the length of the shaft. So here's a 5-iron, and then watch the different wrist hinge. It's nothing that I'm thinking about, it's just the length of the club. Gary Player walkthrough. You can see I had a severe, I don't know if you can tell by the ground, but it's a severe downhill lie, you know, very severe. So what I did, I actually walked through the shot to make sure I get through the target side. Nice shot. I mean, I like the end result. I'm sitting right up here. So I just take you up here and just show it to you. You know, just show you that, you know, sometimes you got to skin a cat a whole different kind of ways. But the main goal was just me showing you the difference in the wrist hinge with the different type of clubs you're using, all right? So this is a nice hole. This is a tough hole right here. And I'm sitting right up here for a nice little birdie putt. Walk you over here and show it to you. So again, but the topic of this video is going to be wrist hinge. And wrist hinge is 100% natural. It's a cause and effect. Work on your grip assembly, and then your wrist will hinge naturally. There go the ball, pin high. There go the pin. It was about 190 yards out with a little 5-iron. So again, work on your grip assembly. The wrist hinge is cause and effect. If you work on your grip assembly, the weight of the club is going to naturally set the club at the top. Especially if you take the club away low and wide, it's going to set everything in motion. Keep grinding.